Hi there, my lovelies. How are we doing? Welcome back to my channel, Boomy Reactions. Now today, guys, we're going to be checking out a video on American multiculturalism. And this video has been requested by Hillbilly Deke from Buy Me Coffee. Thank you so much, my lovely. So, Hillbilly Deke. I don't know whether to call you to Deke for short. So you'll have to excuse me. So Hillbilly Deke, you say, if you'd like to know more about American multiculturalism, follow this man. Right. Okie dokie. So this is a YouTuber which I've not heard of before. I've not seen any of their videos, so it's a fresh face for me. It's a bit of a long video, so I'm going to try and cut the chatting short and just get on with it. I talk so much. You know what I'm like, guys. I just can't help myself. Crack on with the video, my lovelies. And if you're enjoying these reactions, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much. If you're interested, I have a Buy Me Coffee account, and that link is over here. If you would like to help support this channel any further, I do have a Patreon account, and if you fancy checking that out at all, that link is in the description below. Okay, let's go.
Way different America out here. If I cruise up some of the hollers, you think that's a good idea? You lost him again.
A lot of people don't understand it. If it wasn't for coal mines, a lot of these people around here would be starving to death.
Feels like everybody picked up and left.
I came from a long line of drug users. I will be the first in my family to hold a college degree.
Are you the grandma of the holler?
I guess.
Massive hit to a community like this.
I want to show people that we are more than just drugs and coal mining.
We work hard, we support our families, and we don't let nobody step in between that.
This place got me a little emotional.
Right, just a quick one, guys. So we're looking at the video is the poorest region of America and what it really looks like. I'm just trying to find my volume button as well because I have not got it. I've got the volume set super high. So let's just turn that down a wee little bit. There we are. Okay, my lovelies. So the poorest region in America, are they specifically referring to a particular state, or are they referring to a region? I don't think they've mentioned it up until now. So I'm sure they'll tell us in the video. Where is it they're referring to?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Here in Bluefield, West Virginia. And today we have quite an adventure we're going on, driving through the south side of West Virginia, all the way over to Kentucky. And this is known, arguably, is one of the most impoverished places in the country. Now this
region, it's like the Appalachian region, right? Are we talking about it as a whole, or are we specifically referring to this region here, which is specifically West Virginia, Eastern Kentucky? I had no idea that was actually the the poorest region. Is that what we're referring? The poorest region of America here. That's interesting. So I am aware of the very rude, very negative connotations that come with this, or the harmful stereotypes that are often associated with this region, particularly with the Appalachian regions. And you'll have to excuse me because I am an outsider, I'm a foreigner. Where do these stereotypes come from? Where does this negative attitude towards this region come from? The UK is no different. We do have regions that, you know, there's a lot of judgmental attitudes that follow your accent or your region that you're from. So, you know, we're no different in that respect. Wrongly so. I can't stand the prejudice that follows this way of thinking. It's almost Neanderthal. There's no logic to it. But is it literally just regional? So have any of our viewers, if you live in this region, have you experienced a kind of any prejudice or any judgmental attitudes towards you, like in the workplace, or, you know, just meeting people from other parts of the US? Where does you have to explain it for me? Where does this come from? It just seems bizarre because you're talking about a region that has contributed so much to American culture, to music, to cuisine. It's history, American history. So I don't understand where the negative stereotypes and the negative associations come from. So the gentleman earlier mentioned coal mines. We've plenty of coal mines up and down the country in the UK. Wales, quite often associated with coal mines, and regions down south. I don't think there's any prejudice that goes hand in hand with that. So like he said, I don't think many regions realise that without the coal mines, yeah, he said you'd starve to death. I mean, they heat your homes, or did, you know, earlier on. It sustained the population, the country. I don't understand. Someone explain it to me, guys, please.
This former coal country. The industry was booming at one time. It's retracted quite a bit. Many people have left, but some have stayed. So today we're gonna get far out as we can, into the sticks to meet the locals, ask the questions, learn from them, and get a better understanding of what this region is like. Let's do this. Here we are in McDowell County, and so this is the poorest county in West Virginia. 25,600 is the average family income.
Oh, really? So again, British brain, I'm trying to convert that. $20,000 a year, annual income roughly, is just over maybe about £22,000. So over here, that income would be considered, it would be considered a lower income, especially a combined household income. Actually, yes, that would be considered, you know, in need of financial assistance in the terms of like benefits and stuff over here. I don't know what you guys call them in the US, but they're just known as benefits over here, or universal credit, financial aid from our government.
See, a lot of these people have moved out. You have the coal truck here. Looks like an old school, Switchback Elementary School. So these trucks right here have brought out tons and tons of coal. And since a lot of that coal has declined, well, this is what happens to the towns. These were once thriving, busy storefronts, people walking around. You got great homes up here above. I'm sure those were like the managers, the coal mines. You can see a lot of these homes, just nature coming back, taking them over.
So a lot of this town here, it looks quite abandoned, doesn't it? Obviously, there's still people living here, but it doesn't look like very many at all. So, like the narrator here said, I'm assuming that's the decline in the necessity of coal, the jobs available, and the, you know, and possibly maybe younger generations leaving the area. Now that could be for a number of reasons, right? That could be to seek employment, or I don't know.
Got a little grocery deli. Let's check it out. It's like a jungle out here. These forests.
Quite nice.
Very lush.
Natural.
Very peaceful. Very closed. To this old place here.
Maybe it's lunchtime.
Looks like it's been around forever. A staple of the community. Pictures of families, people from the town, I'm sure. Oh, that's too bad. But what a different America out here. Look at this architecture, some beautiful buildings.
Yeah.
What town is this?
This is the town of Kimber.
How long have you lived here?
It'll be 4 years this December. I moved here for work.
Cole?
Yes.
You don't think this video is gonna make 100 million?
I don't think so. Maybe 6'5", 260 pounds full of muscle, maybe. What's up, Clark? Hey, T. You all right? I'm doing good, thank you, T. And that's my neighbor. He's T. You 76 yet?
I'm 77.
77.
I love that they're having this conversation just over the road, just shouting out to each other. There's a real community feel here. I know it doesn't, it seems like there's a population on the decline a little bit, but I mean, we talk about the harmful stereotypes, but there's positive stereotypes that go hand in hand with these kind of regions as well. Like I was always under the impression that, you know, close community was a real big thing here.
This gentleman is making a video.
Making a video?
Of this area.
About Appalachia.
Come on over,
You want to jump in, T?
Sounds really close.
T's got stories, I can tell.
Yes, we want to hear
name
them.
is Fred Johnson and his wife's school children. She's a teacher.
Okay.
Nickname of T. It's a story.
Yeah, that's right. How you doing? You
Good. Good T. Nah, it's a rental truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your name?
Peter Santenello.
Peter Santenello. Well, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too, T.
You won't find a better man than T.
I don't know.
T's the best man in town, or all of McDowell County?
I'd say in all McDowell County.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thank you, Clarence. Thank
T,
you, man.
did you grow up here?
No, I grew up in Tazewell, Virginia.
So how's McDowell County?
It's
Both
good.
of them have been
It's
to the
good.
area.
It's a nice, wonderful place to live. People are friendly. Everybody's friendly down here. You don't meet a stranger.
Yeah.
You know, if anybody can help you, they'll help you. If you're sitting on the side of the road at night and got a flat tire, they'll stop and change it. Or if they can't change it, they'll bring you home. Because we had a flood here back in 2001, 2002, and a lady from Bluefield worked at the Welch Hospital.
Uh-huh.
And the water was up all the way through there. And she got to the end of town. And somebody called me, and I went down and got her and brought her up. And she spent the night with us, me and my wife. I let her stay with me. So I didn't know her from Adam.
So a lot of old school values out here.
Old school values, a lot.
Yeah.
What about the younger generation?
They're gone.
They're
Right.
leaving. They're leaving town?
They're leaving town, and the ones that are here, they don't really care about anything. They just, most of them's on drugs.
Really?
Oh,
Most of them
no.
drug problem.
Prevalent here.
Yeah.
So from my understanding, talking to some locals, it's either people are on drugs or people are super hardworking. There's like no in
Right,
between.
no
It's
in
like you got
between.
2 different groups, right?
Right, that's right.
Is there a generational divide across that group? Why do young people turn to using drugs recreationally? Not an awful lot of interesting things, not an awful lot to keep them busy, to give them direction in life. So could you say there's very little in the way of youth clubs? Because community doesn't really seem to be, you know, wanted for here. That it seems like they've got like quite a close-knit community, excellent values, you know, heart. So I know things are never straightforward and simple as that. But would you say, again, help a foreigner out here, guys, do you think that is partially the problem? It's not giving young people enough direction. Do you think it's the education system? They say a lot of the younger generations leave. Maybe, would you say is it job opportunities that a lot of the younger generations are leaving for?
2 different groups. Mostly everybody around here is elderly, except Clarence.
I'm 60 and I'm not elderly.
Well,
Yeah.
T's 77 and looking like you're about to play some hoops and
Yeah.
dunk the ball.
Yeah, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I used to in my day. I did in my day, but old age catches up with you. every now and then.
Eventually.
Eventually, old age catches up with you.
Did you ever work in the mines, T?
No, I was an electrical motor repairman.
Okay.
I worked in that job for 43 years. We repaired mining motors, steel mill motors.
Yep.
I've been, I guess, just about all over the world working on different motors and stuff.
What do you mean, be careful going to
These are
Harlan
well-traveled,
County?
On
Why?
the road. There's a bunch of drunks on the road on the weekend. This is 4th of July weekend. You got to watch out for the young folks.
Okay, what about if I cruise up some of the hollers, like just randomly up some of the hollers?
A holler is a narrow sheltered valley between 2 hillsides where people live. Okay, I mean, I know they mentioned that it's 4th of July weekend, so there's going to be a little bit of an inclination to want to party and let your hair down and have a few bevies, a few drinks. But this gentleman, T, says, you know, you've got to be particularly vigilant with the young ones here over this particular. So perhaps given an opportunity for festivities, to put it nicely, it's gonna worsen their behavior, I suppose. It's not much different over here, you know. Events like that, they do give a rise in delinquent behavior, I suppose you'd call it. So yeah.
Dollars. You think that's a good idea? Or just depends the one I go up?
Avoid
it
the
depends
holler.
on when you go up.
Okay.
It really depends. 'Cause you
Some
might-
of the hollers are real bad too.
Right.
I mean, the roads and
Yeah, the roads are real bad,
conditions.
even though you got a forward. You know what they call this, McDowell County? They call it the patch.
So could I fit into the patch, no problem?
No problem. You fit in.
Just
into the patch.
gotta put a little of that on.
That's all. Just a little bit of personality
do
and
it.
attitude, you'll be fine.
You make friends, no problem, and fit in the community. These gentlemen here seem very, very friendly, very lovely. Okay, so you wouldn't know which holler you shouldn't really be venturing down, especially on 4th of July weekend, apparently, unless you were a local. So is there an element of, I know, is it dangerous for tourists in places like this? Obviously, because you don't know, you know, the areas to avoid.
I'll be your neighbor, Mr. T. Pretty much everyone's involved with the coal industry here. There is a tourism industry starting
Oh, okay.
with side-by-sides and people getting out on these trails here. But as you can see, even
good.
the Walmart is a good business.
Oh no! We need to advertise it to all of the British YouTubers. We love visiting Walmart for the first time. That's what we need to do. Get them all in.
The massive hit to a community like this.
Oh.
In the town I was staying in, Bluefield, if I wanted to get groceries, the best place was the Walmart.
Yeah.
You want to get an avocado, you want to get probably the most fresh fruits and vegetables outside of a garden, it was Walmart. And so when you have it go away in a community like this, I mean, we're sort of entering, I think we'll get into it today, sort of food desert territory where
Yes.
it's a far way to get.
You're creating an inconvenience that really doesn't need to be there in this day and age, does it? So is that making life a little bit harder? It's making food more expensive if you're having to go to like independent greengrocers, which is fine when you can afford it. So again, it's one of those contributing things that's kind of driving younger generations away.
Pretty much all your staples, you know, outside of mini marts and chips and sugar drinks and whatnot. Very interesting story I was told yesterday by a local, and he told me back in the day with the coal mining companies, the miners would be paid in scripts, which was their own currency. Each coal mining company had their own currency. The catch was you'd have to go to the equivalent of the Walmart back then, which was a massive general store, depending on the mine, where you buy your food, your clothing, whatever you needed, you'd buy there. But you could not take that currency and go anywhere else with it. You want to leave town, you want to go off to the coast on a vacation with your family,
Couldn't spend it.
forget about it. Your money only worked for the business that you worked for, which is...
That is, trying to think quickly on the spot how I feel about that. That's very restrictive. But at the same time, is it keeping business booming within your local area? Because I feel like there's lots of opportunity there for businesses to monopolize and manipulate that. But then, of course, when you get the likes of these big groceries that do take these scripts in and then they close down, what happens? It's almost like it's keeping you locked into a very, very small place. And younger generations aren't going to like that.
Insane.
Or does it work better? Like, I'm not sure. Oh, those yellow school buses. Seems very quiet. Even the roads, they're not busy, are they?
Here we are in Welsh. This is the county seat. I'm guessing the biggest town here. Look at these buildings.
Oh my gosh, they're beautiful.
Wow, look at this place. Looks like a massive old school up there. Wonder what it is now. We have a jail down here. I think that's what that is. I was told in the last town, one of the nicer homes there was sold for $25,000. So something like this is almost a giveaway at this point, I bet.
$25,000. I think my parents bought a home similar price, and that was in the early 80s. Wow. Is that just, does it work to bring people in? Property being as cheap as it is, but then again, what keeps you in a place like this if there's not many job opportunities, if there's not many, grocery stores, yeah, schools?
Closed permanently, 3/13/23. The Panda Garden out of business.
And this is the high street. This is the town centre.
Pretty much vacant. Walk right down the center of the street here.
So sad.
Back in the day, you can see the boss looking over the workers. Very, very hard work. This looks like an office or some sort of manufacturing. Yeah, it just feels like everybody picked up and left.
It's like a ghost town, isn't it?
Very cool little building. I was told by a local the other day that these rivers just flowed black back in the day. Socialsecurity.gov. Now we got to meet some locals eventually, but I was told in these parts, and I can't confirm this at all, but roughly half the people are living off some sort of disability or food stamps or some government assistance.
Half. Yeah, that's definitely a higher figure than it should be, shouldn't it? Interestingly enough, so Social Security, is that the equivalent of what we would call over here in the UK universal credit or tax credits or benefits? Financial aid from the government. And interestingly enough, this is the most well-kept building out of the entire area, which highlights it's the most frequently used, and it's the one raking in the business, or maintained. It's interesting. I don't know what the answer is either. I'm not schooled on this kind of thing, but what's the answer? To try and increase tourism? Maybe?
And half are working their butts off. Okay, there's you guys up
for the
there.
half that
First two people in town on the streets. Iraq from 05 to 06.
506 in Baghdad.
A lot of guys here were in the military.
My man here signed up, didn't get to go. Me and him was gonna go in together, and he had to clear some stuff up.
Were you sad that you couldn't go, or did you want to go?
Yeah, I wanted to go back.
Do you guys work in the mines?
Yeah, he worked mines.
I did. I don't anymore.
You don't anymore?
No. You ain't got time to spend no money, so I mean, you don't enjoy life. I mean, just ain't nothing enjoyable about it to me.
So a miner, how much are they working?
I would work 48 hours every week at least, but sometimes 60 hours, 60 plus hours.
And that's underground?
Yeah, underground.
And a very labor intensive job. You couldn't do that your whole life without surely coming away with the worst back problems ever. And it's a lot. It's hard work, long hours, and underground as well. I can see why that just wouldn't appeal to younger generations.
For 60 hours?
60 hours a week.
What does that do to your sleep cycle?
It's terrible. You're always tired. You're walking around. You're a zombie most of the time.
Never even thought of that.
It's not for me. Now, a lot of people it is for, but it's just not for me anymore.
I did a whole 3 weeks in the coal mine.
You did 3 weeks?
The whole 3 weeks.
What work did you like better, military or coal mine?
Oh, military, for sure.
Good brotherhood in the military?
Can't find it nowhere else.
What about the coal mine? Good brotherhood there?
I wasn't there long enough to know, but yeah. They do stick.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a brotherhood there. Everybody looks out for each other.
How about in Welsh right now? Is it a close community? People pretty tight?
Yeah, it's pretty tight here. Everybody looks out for one another, you know.
You get out of here, this town, you know, everybody's so many different walks of life, but you get out of here, you got the hollers, you got families, they tight.
If you get in a holler, everybody knows everybody.
Oh yeah. You be a kid down there and get in trouble down here, time you get home, about 5 people done called your mama saying, hey, time you get there, they are waiting on you. Everybody knows everybody. It's not a good thing sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, I had a few friends telling me, don't come into this part of Appalachia. It's going to be super dangerous. People are going to be closed off. And everyone's been cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Everybody, hey, people from out of town and stuff, we get it a lot. You know what I mean? Most of these people on these four-wheelers, side by side, they're from other states. They're not from here. They just come down here just to see the country and the mountains.
That's the new industry, huh? You got a bit of tourism out here?
Yeah,
that's helped the little stores really good.
Yeah, since they built that Hatfield McCoy Trail, it's been mad people coming here from out of town.
That's good, right?
Why the bars here? Is there a lot of crime or no? Break-ins?
Not really. It's just this area right here. I guess probably in the early 2000s it was pretty rough, you know.
Okay.
But now everything's kind of calmed down, settled down. So there's not.
I think a lot of these things kind of go hand in hand. So we've been told 50%, half of the population of the town or the area are in receipt of benefits, financial aid. It's a lot of free time, especially for younger generations. Is there too much of a temptation, too much of an inclination towards using drugs recreationally? And I can understand why you would have to take security measures as a business owner here on High Street. If that was the case, that seems like a bit of a no-brainer, doesn't it? Is the increase in tourism, surely that's a good thing? Yeah. I know there's a lot of places in the UK, like particularly touristy areas, like particularly Wales and such. When there's a huge boom in tourism, at first it's, yeah, okay, great. It quickly turns sour very quickly. You know, with popular landmarks and destinations being overrun with cars, parking, litter. I can see why tourism is a bit of a double-edged sword sometimes, isn't it? Seems great if it's bringing in the right kind of business, but it can become a nuisance very, very quickly. So guys, would an increase in tourism in an area like this, that would be a good thing, no?
A lot of thieving and stuff like that now, but there used to be. That stuff's probably, that place that come in the 90s.
Okay. So it's gotten better in that sense.
Oh yeah, it's gotten better and better and better. It just keeps getting better.
It keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, the population is going down. Or you walk out here, every one of these streets would be full, and everybody, it'd be bumper to bumper, traffic.
Our generation, most of them left here.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I am 40.
So
He's about 44.
Most of them left. So way back when the streets were busy, when are you talking? 20 years ago?
In the 90s, probably it slowed down in the 2000s.
It slowed down gradually since the 50s.
And the younger kids just don't like to get outside, or what?
These last 2 or 3 generations, I believe they don't really get out much. Most of them can't change a flat, so they ain't it's a different breed than
Locked into a
how we was raised.
They
You
can
know.
tell you how to play any kind of game.
Any kind of PlayStation game or anything like that.
Fortnite.
So they're inside on the screens.
Don't mention Fortnite in this house. I hear you.
All they do.
You guys don't want to leave. You want to stay.
Oh, if I didn't have 3 babies here, I'd done been gone.
I've been gone a few times, and I always end up back.
For good reasons.
It's a gym now. Did you go to school up there?
It was high school then. Then as the years went by, it turned to a junior high school.
How was it back in the day?
That was real nice. Real nice.
A lot of kids?
How you been doing?
I've been doing well, thank you, sir.
This used to be a booming place.
It was booming.
Back in the day before, well, when the mines shut down, the country and the economy went down, people left, and then the business shut down. At one time, person could buy anything you wanted here in Welchie. If you left Welchie because you wanted to, we had all kinds of different grocery stores, cash stands, bus terminal.
You could buy everything you needed.
Anything
Buy
you
everything that
needed.
you needed.
When did the Walmart shut down?
I don't know what Walmart is.
A while back?
It's been a while back.
Okay. So you love Welsh?
Been all my life.
Yeah. Good people out here.
Could be wrong.
Danny, you work in the suntan. You're out there on the
I love
the pool side with the
Catches
ladies,
a
or
race.
what?
Somebody
Clear,
told me,
clear,
so
clear.
you get any darker, you will look like me. I go, well, who cares?
I'm gonna go up there,
Bless
guys. I can't walk in or anything, right?
No, it's got a kind of a hill mark to go up, like
okay.
a driveway.
But
Yeah.
you feel free to go away and catch your water go.
Okay.
We gotta go there, man.
You too. Thank you. God bless.
There's not one person here that isn't lovely. And they just stop and talk. Just stop and talk to him. It's really, really nice. So I imagine back in its day, that would have been a lovely school surrounded by all of those beautiful trees. And then it became a children's hospital. So what happened here? The gentleman, the one that was speaking first, so I think he's, kind of crediting the decline in businesses and everything to the population decreasing, which is moving out of the area. So it's interesting. Everyone seems to be drawing the same kind of conclusions, the high streets are declining, businesses aren't doing very well, and it's because the populations are declining and our younger generations are leaving.
There are the guys down there looking up at the school that they went to. It's the cycle of life, and everywhere is always at a different point in the cycle. Maybe there'll be a time where people will see this as a place just to get away from everything.
Yeah.
Appreciate the architecture. Some industry would have to move in because everything's cheap here as far as living costs. But it looks like there's some bunk beds in here. New windows, so that's being used. God, I love this old style. Oh, it looks like a nursery or something for kids. So the guys used to run through here between classrooms. You can almost hear the door banging open and closed. The laughter off the walls, down the stairs. Recess about to happen. The bell.
I mean, it's kind of nice to see, but it's so abandoned. It's so run down. It's kind of sad. How does such a huge, spacious building just decline and nobody has any intention of refurbishing or using it for any other purpose? It's a huge building. Surely it can be repurposed for something.
Going off, 3 o'clock, end of the day. Gonna get out in town and hang out with friends. This place got me a little emotional.
The nostalgia's there, but at times it's quite sad.
You guys are missionaries
Yes. Yeah, we're missionaries.
from Utah. I'm from Utah.
He's from Utah. I'm from Oregon.
You know Appalachia pretty well at this point.
At least this portion of it. I think out of all areas, this like the Welch, like McDowell, a little bit of Wyoming is about the most like West Virginian type like deep Appalachian you can get.
How have you been received in the haulers?
On the haulers?
Pretty well, actually.
Very well. People out here, very humble people, very kind. I've served in Ashland, Kentucky, down parts of Virginia and stuff.
Yeah.
And then out here, it's been the most kind people that everyone will let you in. A lot of time they're offering like food and stuff, and it's just really, really nice people.
Now, for a community that quite a few of its members have very openly said there's a problem with drugs with the younger generations, that's very surprising that they're still so inviting and so warm and so chatty and just so lovely and welcoming. Now, you'd think there would be an element of reluctance there, a bit of cynicism, but no, there isn't. Is there? Yeah.
So it's a good place to be a missionary.
Yeah.
Because some places in America, I'm sure the door just shuts in your face really quickly.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I did that once a long time ago.
You did.
Sorry.
I forgive you.
Make amends.
Okay, you got some names?
Yeah, I just wrote down the Panther and Jolo.
Those are two places I gotta go.
Yep.
Take care. Good luck.
You too.
Thank you guys.
Take care.
If you don't
so nice.
ever see me again, I'm in Panther.
Gotcha.
Let my wife know.
Looking for the body.
All right. See ya. It's always interesting to see the missionaries out in the world. They go absolutely everywhere and have zero fear. Take some cojones. It's a one-way road. What, a car every 20 minutes, huh?
Yes.
You guys live right up here.
Yes.
She lives right there, and I live in the first house on the corner.
So what were you saying about your work these days?
I work 68 hours a week, 6 days a week.
68. What's your shift from every day?
5 to 5, 5 a.m. to 5 in the evening, and all the overtime I want.
He's a hard
Do you think
worker.
people in the country don't understand coal work that well, or what are your thoughts on that?
It's in the coal
Working in coal mines, even if it's underground or on top of the ground, it's hard work.
Yes.
And you go out 10, 12 hours a day. If you go underground, you don't see daylight until the end of your shift.
Yeah.
You work out over top of the ground, you got the heat, you got trucks, you got inspectors you got to deal with. It's not an easy job. A lot of people don't understand it. If it wasn't for coal mines, a lot of these people around here would be starving to death.
Yes.
They wouldn't have electricity, they wouldn't have heat.
Yes.
And here you got the government and everybody wanting to shut the coal mines down, do away with this, do everything electric. Well, you got to have coal to run electric plants. And a lot of steamships have to have coal to run to transport goods back and forth.
And the less work that there is for the coal mines, the less people, the less workers there are, but there's still a workload, and then that workload is going to fall very, very heavily on the reduced numbers of staff that are still working there. 68 hours. Oh my gosh. He's going to tell us he's 25 now. He's worked a lot. He's had a hard life. Oh, bless him. I don't even know what a 68-hour working week looks like. And I'm quite ashamed to say that. I can't fathom that.
Mm-hmm. A lot of your coal goes to China, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's just, you got to learn the people, you got to learn the culture. And with people out here, everybody thinks we're just dumb country folk. But actually, a lot of us out here are smarter than a lot of people give us credit for.
Yeah.
We work hard, we support our families, and we don't let nobody step in between that. People out here will bend over backwards to help you. They'll give you shit off your
lovely
back.
in the process as well.
As long as you don't make them mad or cross them. Out here, a man's word and his handshake is his bond.
That hasn't gone away?
No. A lot of places around here it hasn't.
Thanks, you guys.
Traditional values.
You too. All the best.
More, again, another sense of really strong traditional values here. It must be a hard notion to work with. You know, you're working very, very long, very, very labor intensive, very long hours in a week to support a nation of people that he says here, you know, a lot of these people look down on them and think they're dumb country folk. Again, I'm not 100% sure where this stereotype comes from. But they're sustaining the country with the work that they do. That's got to be a difficult notion to work with. The people that you're supporting are maybe in their opinion, you know, the people that you're supporting, these are the people that have a lot of prejudice against you, where you're from, how you sound, and what you do for a profession. I don't know how you could carry on doing the job that you're doing, feeling like that. You'd have to be a very humble, forgiving person to carry on.
All right, guys, so this is a hauler, and the hauler is just a narrow road that goes up a valley off the main road. So what I've been told is, in most haulers, everyone knows everyone really well.
Yeah.
And, you know, an out-of-stater car, or any different car than they're used to.
That they don't recognize.
It's well known. So depending on the hauler, and this is just what I've been told, it can be very friendly, very warm and welcoming, or the opposite.
Right.
But from what I've seen so far in West Virginia, everyone's been very, very, very friendly and hospitable. So let's see if we can get up here.
But the thing is, if you're aware of so much prejudice from outside of the area that you live in, or maybe in the rest of the country, it's gonna make you wary of outsiders, isn't it? I can kind of get it. It's a bit of a vicious cycle that just perpetuates suspicion and mistrust.
And I don't know what we're gonna see, to be honest. It's looking a little sketch. All right, sometimes you just can't put the camera on things, and they were junking out on something. Anyways, they were nice at least. I mean, we're deep in now. This is deep, deep, deep countryside, rural America. There was another group of guys I talked to down the road before. I couldn't put the camera on them. That's the problem. You can't just come up and be like, can I put the camera on you? I have to feel it out.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these guys are used to, maybe not used to, but know of how they're portrayed, and, you know, most people, not all, but a lot of them that come into this part of the country, put them under the bus, make them look bad.
Like to further a stereotype. Maybe that's the purpose a lot of them are there. Again, perpetuating this suspiciousness and, you know, this mistrust amongst, you know, towards outsiders. So. And
so rightfully so, they're hesitant to be on camera, and I would be too.
Yeah.
100%. I totally get it. So it's about feeling it out, and then if they're cool, then it's awesome. I can get that conversation on camera, give you guys a look of what it's really like here. We got quite a journey though ahead. It's at least another 4 hours or so to Kentucky, because we took this back road.
I understand the reluctance to want to be on camera, or even to talk to outsiders, a face that they've not seen before. So many of the houses are in like a state of like disrepair as well.
Looks like maybe an old school renovated into apartments.
Okay.
Guy's washing his house. You can see the soot, which means we're on a coal route. The trucks carrying coal are on this road. So this is definitely a more built out hauler. We got some houses that are barely there, but then some newer stuff.
Oh.
So it's a real mix. I'm gonna ask these guys here what's going on. How you doing?
You can come on in.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. So this is a nice hauler. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, number one border haul, they call it.
What's that?
They call this number one border a long time ago.
Oh.
They got now they changed what's the name up now, May?
Bartley Branch Road.
Bartley Branch Road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the haulers are basically, they go up a valley. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
Is that the story?
Yeah, everybody knows everybody.
Everyone knows everyone's business.
Yeah.
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 They're laughing because they've experienced when it's not always, you know, the best thing. It's not always a good thing.
I've been here since '69.
You've been here since '69.
Yeah.
Has it changed at all?
Oh, yeah. I thought you might be interested in looking at this. I've opened
Thank you,
the
ma'am.
closet. Tells about all kinds of mines all around McDowell County.
Oh.
We're still in McDowell.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, McDowell County.
And so coal is everything here, right?
Yeah. Coal's the history here. You know, Biden and Manchin want to take the coal out of West Virginia. What are the people going to do? That's the only thing people got to live on. You know, working in the mines.
It's the only economy out here,
That's
huh?
ain't no factories in here, you know. And coal mines the only thing keeping this place going.
Did you work in the mines?
Yeah, I worked in the mines.
How many years?
I worked a long time doing them pillar falls and stuff. You had to, you know, crawl on your knees, run and stuff. When that, you take all the coal out on your pillars. Sometimes the tops are heavy, the timbers won't hold the top.
Oh, okay.
Or the roof bolts,
Yep.
you know, roof bolts and all come out.
That's another thing as well. Like, besides it being a very heavy labor-intensive job, it's dangerous. There's a very real danger of things like this happening, or at least there would have been, you know, years ago. Absolutely. You know, it's a dangerous profession.
When I told a buddy of mine, I said, hey, the miner cut too far against the wall. Or I said, water's peeping out the right side of the corner of the cut. We got water in the man trip we was riding. We was in the back of it, and that water was 12 breaks of water backed up. And it just blowed that coal out just like a explosion, you know. The water was deep, but you feel electricity. We had rubber gloves and suits on, but you could still feel power through.
You saved some coal miners.
Yeah.
How many?
I had about 8 of us working on the evening shift there.
You saved 8 people?
Yeah, when that water was blowed out there.
Wow. Wow.
So this chapter right here tells you all about what happened down here at this mines. And then it gives you a
How
list
many
of,
people died in these mines here?
I think they said there were 90-some.
90-something people died.
91.
Wow.
Down here at this mines in Bartley. It's got all their names listed. There's the big monument. It was down here at the mouth of the holler, and they moved it.
Moved
just
it up right
right
up
up
that
the
white
road.
church right up from me.
Yeah.
So do you guys, I mean, you talk about it all the time. You live, you eat, and breathe it, right? Coal?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the only thing keep us going, you know.
Yeah.
Mine's just like being at home to me. You know, when I worked every day, just like being at home. You know, the mine's really safe from what it is out here. You gonna get killed with a car or airplane.
This is a man and his young son. Both of them were killed down here in this mines.
Mm. So you were saying when Biden came in, he tried to shut the mines down, his policies?
Well, they talk about Manchin and Biden is against the coal. If we don't get somebody in there for the coal, everybody be losing 100,000 jobs around here.
Right.
So no, it's interesting. I looked in McDowell County, the voter records. It was very blue here, like 70% Democrat, and then it just changed the last couple of elections to hard red.
Really?
Yeah,
It's because of the policies,
Because
right?
of that.
Yeah.
So whatever policies support coal, you're gonna vote for that guy.
Yeah, Trump,
Yeah.
Trump for the coal,
Yeah.
and John Justice for the coal, you know.
Yeah.
And if we get somebody in there want to go windmills or gas, everybody be out of job around here.
Yeah.
And you're literally talking, you're talking about a lot of jobs. So it's no surprise, really, that that was the deciding factor, that literally it had such a massive impact in how they voted. So what do you reckon it completely flipped? So I think he said 70% were voting Democrat. It probably flipped. So it was that 70% were voting Republican, is it?
What would you do if you didn't have coal?
Well, if we didn't have coal, everybody be hurting because they got to make steel with that coal. And, you know, a lot of things they make with coal.
Well.
And if we don't keep the coal, they ain't going to have no coal to make steel stuff with.
So you can't make steel with gas, natural gas, or oil, right? You have to make it with coal?
Yeah, you have to make it with coal. Something, you know, burn hot coal.
I didn't know that.
Natural gas ain't going to make metal.
My dad was killed down here in this mines before I was born. He was killed in March, and I was born in August.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Wow.
And my late husband, he didn't work this mines, but he worked what they called the wagon mines. When we were first married, he worked, they had cars, they called them cars then. They hold what, Jay, a ton or so?
Yeah, 2-ton hand
They wasn't very high.
Okay.
And the coal was real low, and he would come home and tell about how he would lay down on his side and take a big shovel, and the shovel was about this wide.
That's a number 4 shovel.
Take it and shovel that coal up in them cars. And they'd hold a ton to 2 ton of coal, and he got $1 a car.
Do you have internet out here?
Yeah.
You do?
Okay. So this lady here lost her daddy and her husband. And again, the thought that keeps sticking with me is, you know, this coal is these people's livelihoods. It affects every element of their life. They've had family members taken from them. And it's almost like a bit of a source of ridicule from other parts of the country. And, you know, it creates a prejudice. That must hurt. That must feel rubbish, to say the least.
Yes.
Great. I was told you didn't.
Part-time.
Part-time.
When it's there.
Part-time.
So not what?
It goes in and out.
Sounds like
Sometimes
ours.
It goes, you know, out. It'll stay out for days and weeks at a time.
Oh,
Wow.
it's not that bad.
So
Telephone, sometimes they go out for 2 weeks, don't they?
Or more.
the telephone goes out for 2 weeks.
Really?
I don't have what they call landline phone no more. I just use cell phone.
You get cell phone coverage now.
Turn right to go around the creek, y'all.
This hauler. So if I go up
How
to the
long do they
top, you
have
think
that
that's
for?
okay?
Yeah,
Sure.
you can travel all the way.
Go past the go all the way to the top, go out past the graveyards, and just keep on going. And then when you get out there past the church, you'll turn down a hill, and when you get right at the bottom there, make you a left.
So it's a
Back
it's a
out on the
circle.
hard
It's a
top.
circle.
Yeah, it's a circle.
Right, hike it
I won't come back this way. I'll just keep going around.
if you want to.
Okay, I think I'll explore. Why not? Thank
Would you
you.
like a cold bottle of water?
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Oh.
Appreciate it.
So they say it's safe.
Yeah.
Sure.
You married
Go down
well.
this
You
holler.
married?
Yeah, I've been married, let's see. My second marriage, I've been married now.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
How long I've been married, mate? 20 years?
Done what?
How long I've been married? 20 years?
Long time, Jay.
Long time.
I said he married well. He married the right woman.
He married my ex-daughter-in-law.
Wait, he's married to you.
He married my ex-daughter-in-law, and
Okay.
his brother is married. One of his brothers is married to one of my daughters.
Oh.
And now you two are married.
No.
No.
Oh.
No, I was going to say, I think you saying it, but no, I don't think they're married.
I thought you were husband wife. I'm sorry.
No.
No, we just, I've known him all his life.
They're neighbours.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like I said, he married my oldest son's ex-wife.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'll stop in, sit around and talk to her. You know, she don't get too much, you know, a lot of people, you know, too much company anymore. Every time I go up to my brother's, I'll see her, stop down here and talk to you, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So you guys are all connected here. Everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
That's nice. You don't feel lonely.
If something goes wrong, something happens, the neighbors pitch in and help. They do what they can, you know, a death in the family or sickness, you know, bad sickness, somebody gets hurt or something.
Pitch in, like just put their time in, or they actually help with money too if they
help
need it?
with money, you know, and death. They cook food, bring it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
All that.
Even if it's different families?
Yeah.
That's great. That's really special.
I know everybody. I think I've been down this road here in this holler.
Yeah.
You know everyone.
I watched them grow up. Small kids. They played with my kids.
Are you the grandma of the holler?
I guess.
Oh, that's so cute. There is such a strong community. Maybe it's just this holler in particular, but it seems to be like everywhere that we're visiting, a real warm, welcoming, strong community. It's lovely. Oh, she's the grandma of the holler. That's adorable. Oh, do you think they all refer to her as the grandma? Do they call her granny? Oh, that's lovely. There's amazing views everywhere here.
About 20
Stunning
minutes into
scenery.
the holler, we have the Dunford Family Cemetery.
Oh,
Just
yes,
past some great people. They came up to the door here. We were talking for a while. I just couldn't run the camera. Just a lot of that. But I'm getting some of it. I'm getting some of it for you guys.
So lush and green everywhere.
I'm sure this is super important to the locals here.
Oh,
Family is absolutely everything here.
yeah.
Many generations living under one roof, quite often. And in these haulers, some of these families came 4 or 5 generations ago and have stayed. And I've been told some never leave. They actually just never leave the holler. Or maybe they get out a bit, but Charleston, the capital, is like a world away. Forget about DC, New York, California. Those are like a different galaxy.
Do you think a lot of it is just, it's a completely different way of life? There's one thing I've noticed, particularly with the southern states, quite a lot of them, it feels like time moves slower. Like everyone is just so much more relaxed in their pace, and you know, nothing is rushed, and everyone just seems like they're just going at their own pace, just soaking it all in, enjoying life. And in busy day-to-day lives, I'm very envious of that. That seems like the life that we should all aspire to live. It's lovely. It feels just calm and collected. You know, you've got all the time in the world to sit with your thoughts and reflect. I love it.
Well-kept cemetery, Dunford Dial. Another Dunford. This is the Dunford Row. And we're not going to get a name on those. Gus Cyphers. Very short life of 18 years.
Oh.
Don't know what's going on over there. All right, just had the coolest conversation with a guy. It's too bad. He didn't want to be filmed. Him and his family were out there at this pretty nice house.
That was the noise, was
He
it?
works as a manager. I believe it was a manager at one of the coal companies.
Okay.
They cannot hire young people straight out of high school without a college education or anything for $80,000 to $100,000.
Oh.
He also stated roughly 60% of kids under 20, so I'd say teen years, are on drugs of some sort and don't want to work.
60. That's an increase from the figure that a gentleman earlier gave us, which is about half. Oof. So it's a big, it is a big problem here with the youths.
So I hate to put the negative story in here, but I like to capture the reality. And that's one man's opinion and his experiences. Doesn't mean it's, you know, through and through fact. But that's how we learn about like the local, on the ground perspective. Great guy, really cool guy, but a bit pessimistic about like the future of this place because of the drugs and the fact that kids just do not want to work. He was 45, I think, and said, yeah, in his generation, it was everyone got to work. And now he said, this is gonna die out here eventually. He also said there are prostitutes in some of these small towns. The dope heads don't mess with them because everyone's packing. The lady, grandma of the holler, the dope heads don't mess with her because she'll shoot them, he said. Just such a good dude.
A woman's got to defend herself.
Just honest, straightforward, no BS. That's what you get. Just going off these random roads, deep.
Don't mess with the granny of the holler.
Of West
She's the
Virginia.
matron. Just with them saying with the incidence of the drugs becoming a problem. Did this start becoming a problem since, is it the 1990s or the early 2000s, with the introduction of OxyContin? Is it? Probably mispronounced that. It's totally wrong. The very, very addictive opioid that became, I don't know enough about it. I've seen the TV programs. Absolutely scandalous that happened. And I believe it hit certain regions harder than others. For anyone who knows any better, do you feel that there is a huge impact that this drug had on these communities, and still very much suffering the effects? Just thought then. It was more addictive than heroin, wasn't it? I might be totally wrong, and it might have happened in other regions.
Started to get a lot nicer down here as far as properties.
Lovely.
But Virginia has, from first impressions, a bit of a different feel. I gotta say, I miss West Virginia. Met such cool people in that state. Here in Grundy, Virginia. Been out of West Virginia for just about 30 minutes. Feels like a different world out here.
Really?
The Walmart is the luxury edition.
Social media has absolutely destroyed, you know, an entire generation as far as the only thing they know how to do is play on cellular phones.
So you were saying when I was inside, it's tough finding kids to work. They don't want to work?
Very hard. Around these parts, I mean, a lot of it goes back to the morals that the families have taught them, and I don't believe they're teaching them the responsibility of work ethic in society.
Okay. I was thinking when I got out to the sticks of West Virginia, it was going to be a bit immune from that. Maybe I was a bit naive. I honestly thought it would be like kids on the streets, BMX bikes.
Society in general, social media has definitely ruined.
Now I'm creating social media. But these are long form videos.
The kind of social media you're doing though, if people look at it and understand it, maybe they'll let their kids get out, you know, and kick rocks, play kickball. I mean, something besides just
devices.
Except this one you have working. She says she's on it.
We have very few kids that are 18 to 24 that actually get out and try to produce at a job.
You're holding this place up, huh?
Trying.
Keep these guys in line?
I'm trying.
Social media.
Is that okay? I'm doing a video on Appalachia.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool.
So how about the generation you came out of high school with, Shay? What percentage would you say are actually working class Americans at this point?
At this very point, from my class, I would say maybe 50%.
50.
If that. Because personally, I'm going to be honest with you, my best friend from high school is currently locked up in prison for drugs. So
just as you were saying a while ago.
I've seen multiple people from my graduating class on drugs, and I mean, just down a wrong path in general. And these are people that have been given opportunities to like go further in life, and they just choose not to. They're content with being what they are, you know.
What is it right now? Fentanyl?
Yes.
Yes.
Bad.
Bad.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Fentanyl.
So you're saying 50% of kids out here, they're working their butts off. Oh, I don't want to call you a kid. Sorry. How old are you? 18?
I'm 23.
Okay. Sorry. 23. Okay. Young adult. 50% are working their butts off. 50% are junked out on drugs.
Yes.
I like her tattoos. You know, I'm always looking. I like her tattoos.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people, they have kids, and their parents are raising their kids while they're out here just doing whatever they want to do.
They're junked out on drugs, or mom and dad still taking care of them.
It's crazy that we're in the same state right now as Fairfax County, right near DC, right? That's where the power center is. That's the nerve center of the country.
Without a doubt.
They're not really caring about you out here, huh?
An amazing story that we have here personally.
Yeah.
I give people a second chance. Always have.
Yep.
We have a girl here right now who just worked 2 jobs. She finished up 1,400 hours of community service.
From a drug pass.
From a drug situation. She's really straightened herself out, and she is a role employee here.
1,400 hours?
1,400 hours.
She would go to the courthouse and work 9 to 4, 9 to 5, come straight here and work 5 to 10, 5 to 11.
And then drive almost an hour home.
Yep.
So when you were in high school, was it hard to avoid the drugs, or it was easy? It was just like, that crowd's over there and we're over here, and I have nothing to do with it.
There was drug usage during high school when I was in high school, but it wasn't as bad. Like, it was not as easy to get your hands on something, you know? Like, I was one of those people that nobody really talked to me. I mean, I just stayed to myself. I was kind of a A student. I done what I had to do, and then I went home, and I worked from the time I was 16 until now.
Yep.
So, and I'm actually getting ready to graduate college with my associate's degree in criminal justice.
Nice.
So,
well done. 16.
Been here since I was 16.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's cool.
And it was kind of hard.
Now, are you going to pull over your manager when he's speeding now?
Maybe, yeah. He's going to get pulled over a lot, I can tell you that much.
And it was harder for me to stay away from it in my generation because everybody was smoking marijuana, which is completely nothing anymore.
You would be amazed at
But as far
what you can walk into a store and buy now.
The drug problem, it's not the same. It's evolved, it's changed, the drugs are harder. It's very interesting that this lady here is saying, actually, the drug problem that, you know, they experienced in high school, teenagers dabbling in drugs, was nowhere near the problem that it became after these teenagers left school. So maybe it is, do you think, a boredom thing? I know that doesn't explain everybody's drug problem or use of it, but there's definitely patterns. There's something that really needs to be addressed here. Is there much involvement of the the government or services in America that try to intervene or try to offer solutions or help or?
And it's changed that much in 5 years?
Yes. The drugs are growing rapidly in this little small community. I hate to admit
and it got even worse after COVID.
It did, because everybody was just isolated, and you had nothing else to turn to at that point, or at least that's what they thought.
But they make more money at home than they work to get out and work.
Yeah.
This is true. Yeah, this is true.
So it's instilling a bad attitude towards working as well. And then it's exacerbating the problem. It's making it worse. Okay. Interesting.
So all those nice houses coming into Grundy from West Virginia, who are those people? Coal, old money stuff? Or
some of them. I mean, and then you have, you know, your school teachers. They live in some of the nicer homes.
Okay.
So this is a place where the school teacher can live in a nice home.
Oh, yeah. You just got out of high school, right? So how many people from your high school class do you know that are out here in our community doing work?
Doing work?
Yeah, actually working like you are.
Yeah. You sounded
I'd say probably around 25%. Like the majority of them are either on checks or living with their parents.
Okay.
And they don't really care to work. I've tried getting them into an engineering program to tell them, you need to do something. Mom and dad ain't gonna be able to take care of you forever. You're not gonna always have people in your life to support you. You have to, you know, actually try to make a name for yourself. But
interesting that this chap here hasn't mentioned drugs yet, but he's actually saying that the majority of the people that exactly the same age left high school at the same time he did. Many of them are still living with mum and dad, which, given the cost of living increases, it's understandable, okay. But if they are just sitting on their bums at home because they have no intention of going out and they're work shy, let's say that, that's a problem. That's an attitude towards work. That's a bad work ethic, isn't it? So, right, this chap seems to put a little bit more emphasis on that being a problem. Overly reliant on your parents. Okay. And in receipt of benefits. Okay, so, but he hasn't mentioned drugs. Maybe that could be possibly related, or maybe it is just, it's a 50-50. There is a very big problem with an attitude towards work.
So checks, how do 19-year-olds get checks?
well, see, one of my buddies, he got a check because he had a seizure. So he gets $600 like every month.
What was his seizure from?
They said it was from some Japanese disease he had ever since he was born. He was born with it.
Oh, okay.
And one of my friends, he went on disability. He has anxiety. So he still lives with his parents. He still draws those checks. He doesn't try to work.
How old?
Right.
He is 20.
Okay.
Is it legitimate, the anxiety, or is it just to get the money?
Be careful now.
Honestly, I can't tell because he does seem to have like panic attacks. Personally, I believe anxiety is something we all share, and it's just something you can work yourself into. But he's always kind of used it as like a crutch, pretty much, to get him out of taking tests, to get him out of participating in physical education.
Right.
And
so he's milking the system.
I mean, he said it. I would be very careful. I wouldn't like to comment on people's mental health based on, you know, what I'm told by one person. I'm not a doctor. You know, he might have absolutely debilitating mental health disorders, but I do believe that in modern times, there is a way to communicate with your employer, or, you know, to find a profession or a job that is more suited to you, given the issues that you've had to overcome. You know, there are jobs out there for everybody, and if you have the means to generate your own income, which is amazing if you can, but you know, there's ways. I wouldn't completely rule out work. You know, this young lad could entertain further education, maybe.
I believe so.
Right.
Okay. And
so a lot of kids your age are doing that?
Unfortunately, yes.
Me personally, I came from a long line of drug users. I will be the first in my family to hold a college degree. I have to protect myself in order to keep getting further in life. When they put me on the anxiety and depression medicine, it was just irritation all the time, like every little thing. Usually I'm a very patient person. I train people here on a daily. I have a child and everything, and I'm very cool, calm tempered. Like I'm not an angry person at all. And it made me so like irritated. Like every little thing would just piss me off. But once I quit taking it, like I had a couple days where I just did not want to get out of the bed at all. It was just horrible. But after about a week of not taking it, I felt normal. And then I figured out, you know, different coping mechanisms like meditation. I do that. I go on my hikes with my son, you know, we walk the dog, you know. Cool. And we have a whole farm full of animals. Like we've got lizards, snakes, everything. So we kind of keep ourselves occupied, you know.
So
She's got a good head on her shoulders. She's a sensible lady. And she's a mama. Oh my gosh. The hikes sound good.
You're off the medication now. And you found better therapy through nature, walks.
Yes.
How many people do you think are on medicine, roughly?
Around here?
Yeah.
I would say quite a few, but
What
what
percentage?
In this area, 65% of the people would be on some kind of medicine, some form. And I mean, as far as the depression medicine, I'd say well over half on it alone.
Right.
But see, what they do is a lot. We had an employee that worked here. He would not let the medicine get in his system. It would make him do all these crazy things, and then he'd go to the doctor and tell him it wasn't working, and they'd put him on something else. And plus, he was doing other things with this medicine. I don't know what.
Well.
And it just, and I seen that, and I was going,
18-year-old kid.
yeah, 18-year-old kid ruined his life almost.
Again, drugs. I mean, you can't expect your medication to function as it should if you're taking other things or drinking as well at the same time and interfering with the course of that medication. Yeah. So again, we're hearing drugs, even the drugs that aren't hard drugs, like just your medications here, like your anxiety medications, which a lot of people do take and are quite comfortable taking on a daily basis. It saves an awful lot of people. I think it relieves an awful lot of symptoms in a lot of people. But again, you know, there's mention of the recreational drugs. It is a problem here, isn't it? But why is it not being addressed? Why is there no attempt? Is there attempts from the government to intervene and help? Or educate?
I just caught one like that. Look, if you look on.
You guys mind if I film this? Is that cool?
Let's see if I can hook into it. If I hook into it, you can film the whole thing. I gotta get down in here though. I don't think you'll be able to get down in here. It's all
Only
mud.
if I catch one.
I'll get you from above.
Dude, I had one that was beating my pole up under the bridge, and then that one that I just hooked broke me off instantly.
Yeah, that one big one is like that.
Am I scaring the fish? Sitting up here?
What fish is it?
Not really, but I believe I done scared them because I hooked that big one and then it broke me off. And
Oh, you should have been here 10 minutes ago, man.
Ah,
I missed the moment.
missed it.
Hey, so your buddy here was saying you're a diesel mechanic.
yeah,
You're going to school for it, right?
yeah.
Cool. Good to hear these stories, because I was just downtown and they're saying kids aren't working at all these days.
I want to go to college, get my degree in history and archaeology.
Nice.
Oh, good job,
Nice.
you. Well done.
And your boy's here
Excellent.
from Indiana?
Yeah.
You work at Dairy Queen?
Yep, manager at Dairy Queen.
Manager?
Management?
Nice. How old are you?
16.
Oh,
Are you the youngest manager in Dairy Queen history?
well
Blew up in
done.
1939.
What, the mine?
Yeah, killed like 50 people. It's still up there too. There's a carving on the mine entrance with the date on it. They brought a bunch of Italian sculptors in here to do it.
Oh, no way.
It says 1937 on it. The guy I know, Ed Talbot, he's going to start making a heritage trail up there very soon.
Cool.
I can hear a little passion for history going on with this chap. This is the one that wanted to study history at college. Good on you. I love history as well.
You guys really respect your miners.
Yes, sir. And then also, we're really proud of our veterans here too.
Oh, lovely.
Matter of fact, during the Civil War, this county supplied supplied men for 3 units.
That's the history buff in him.
34th Virginia Cavalry, 10th Kentucky Cavalry, and the 2nd Virginia State Line.
You're into history.
What really got me into it was my grandma telling me stories about my pawpaw, or about my third great grandfather was her pawpaw. He was a native, half native, and he signed up in the 34th. He fought Gettysburg, Sharpsburg, all that. That's what really got me into it. Private Andrew Cole, Company C, 34th Virginia Cavalry, Witcher's Battalion. I got a grant, Longwood University, 4 years, history, archaeology up in Farmville.
They paying your tuition?
Mm-hmm.
Full ride.
Yeah, and then 2 years of it I'll be spent in London.
UK, London.
Okay.
Wait, what? Thank
Oh, this young chap here. I feel awful because I don't think I caught his name. Yes, come along to London. Oh, I hope he absolutely smashes it. Oh, you get in there. You go. Oh, that's so lovely to hear.
Sing for it.
What do you want me to sing?
Let's get out of the road.
Follow you to virgins.
Yeah, I sing too. Of course, these boys had to bring it up.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Oh.
That before these callous hands and all this work, we used to sit up at the flies,
I'm going up here to where I was.
acting like we live forever, getting high and skipping class. Yeah, I reckon we were heathens, but in her eyes we were saints. Now we're calling all the boys home, 'cause heaven's angels carried her away. So I follow you to Virgie, and although it hurts me so, lay to rest this mountain beauty that the world's call home, and I can see her up in glory. I can see her through the pines.
Thanks, man. That was so cool.
Oh, that hurt my heart. Oh. Oh my gosh. West Virginia, these young lads are an absolute credit to you. They are respectful. This chap here, a bit of a history buff and a voice of an angel. Oh my gosh, they are an absolute credit. Do you know, I hope there are more youths or more of this generation that are just so respectful and so they have a pride in where they come from. I think they're brilliant. They're a credit to you. Lovely boys.
When you're a bored kid in Appalachia,
Star quality there.
I mean, you get into anything that's interesting. I mean,
so you either get into anything
That's the way
interesting or you
out,
get
yeah.
into drugs, right?
I mean, pretty much.
Yeah,
It is an epidemic.
working drugs.
It's bad. And it's not so much the marijuana and stuff like that. It's stuff like meth, heroin, things of that sort. I've seen my family destroyed by it. I've seen other people's families destroyed by it. My stepfather was on the meth real bad. He's no longer with us, cousin.
I'm sorry, man.
But I want to show people that Appalachia is not, that we are more than just drugs and coal mining.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, we have history here that spans, if you're counting the Native American history, spans about 1,000 years.
Right.
We have so much more to offer, the culture, the music, the people. The people are just great.
I agree.
I mean, folks here will help anyone. It doesn't matter who you are. That's what I love about it here, is that no matter what your background is, no matter where you come from, they'll help you.
Yeah.
If you're a good person, if you have respect, they will help you. And yeah, sometimes we get a little rowdy, sometimes we get a little reckless, but, you know, just good-hearted people.
So what do you think is needed in Appalachia?
Better leadership, I think. Pride. Not a lot of folks are proud of who they are.
They're not proud here. I thought Appalachian people were very proud.
Well, the older generation is. But a lot of the younger generation, you know, they've kind of lost their way a little bit.
Why do you
Is that a desire to want to integrate with what's perceived as being a more progressive culture of the US, do you think? This young man here is an absolute little gem. I think he should go into leadership of West Virginia. Oh, he's just lovely. He's really got his head screwed on, hasn't he? Sensible, bright young man, and you can tell there is pride in his Appalachian roots, absolutely. And I think absolutely more of this chap is needed, and his friend next to him as well, the youngest ever manager of Dairy Queen.
I think they're not proud?
Because people's never taught them.
Yeah.
People's never taught them where they come from, where they, how resilient they actually are, you know?
Right.
Because our ancestors, at least mine, speaking for mine, I'm a direct descendant of Viking kings. All the kings in Southwest Virginia is descended from Bjorn Ironside. First king in America was a guy named Jeroen Sweenus Bjornsson. He got the last name King as a nickname, as an epithet, given to him because he was in the Swedish army, and he was the bastard son of a noble from the House of Munza. And he came to Pennsylvania in the 1620s. Now his descendants actually moved south. His great-grandson, Lieutenant Matthias Keene, ended up founding Keene Mountain, and he was a soldier in the Continental Army. I mean, badass people. Very badass people.
Makes you proud to be a descendant of that, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That was instant, man. That was allowed. I got this. Oh my cord.
Oh gosh, what's happened?
He got off, I had to run down, I didn't have my brakes in. I just hooked into a giant and lost him. Lost him. Oh, you lost him.
You lost him again.
Oh, the fish. Oh,
the Romans just copied the Greeks' homework and made it a little different.
Who are you a bigger fan of, the Romans or the Greeks?
Oh, Greeks, 100%. I kind of do have a little bit of beef against the Romans.
You have beef against the Romans?
A little bit.
Why?
Because what they did to the Germanic people. Not just Germanics, but the Celts too.
Yes, the Celts and the UK. My man, preaching to the choir here.
It's genocide, man. They got them back. Special Battle of Teutoburg Forest, 85 AD. You know the whole story of Arminius?
Right. You are way more up on this stuff than me.
Arminius
History is his passion.
Was a Germanic auxiliary for the Romans, but he defected and was a general for the Germanic tribesmen. Led them into the Black Forest, set trees ablaze, cut them down, divided up the legionaries. It was a bloodbath. General Varus was killed too. And it also confused the Romans because Arminius was still wearing his Roman armor. And actually, if you go to Munich, there's a statue of Arminius. Me and my camp, the Lieutenant Colonel Vincent A. Witcher camp of the Sons of Confederate Veterans, we put up the first Confederate statue in Buchanan County last year at my family cemetery. It was at the grave of my fourth great-grandmother, Elizabeth Jackson Kelly, and her husband died during the Battle of McDowell in Highland County, Virginia.
So, okay, for many people, when they hear Confederate, all they think is of racism immediately.
Nah, man.
What are your thoughts on that? Like, do you have friends from different ethnicities, or is that an issue?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't have a problem with anybody. My fourth great-grandfather on my dad's side was a black man who fought in the Confederate Army. His name was Private Nathaniel Hawthorne, and he was a sharpshooter for the 37th Virginia Infantry from Russell County. Racism confuses me. It really does. Simply because of the fact that we all come from the same place. First evidence of humanity popped up in Africa about 2 million years ago. That's where humanity come from. We are all humans. That's why racism, I think, is, excuse my French, kind of bullshit. You know, it's made to divide people. It's made to tear people down.
I didn't get my first cell phone until I was 15 years old. I woke up at daylight, went with my papa. We went, worked in the garden. When it come hay time, we mowed, tethered, raked, all the hay. I've threw hay bales since I was 8 years old. I've pushed around 4x4 bales of hay, rows. They're like that big around.
Massive, yeah.
I've rode them around. I got a dirt bike one time. Messed the wheel up on it. Had to have a whole new chain, had to have a carburetor, everything. Dad looked at me, and it was because he wanted me to have responsibility and work for what I got because I'd appreciate it more. And I had to go out, I weed eated, and then I fixed my motorcycle with the money I made. Anything I've ever had, my dad helped me with one vehicle. He paid half on my first vehicle. That's all he done. From now on, I'm 18 and I've probably had 40 vehicles.
40?
40.
40.
Just trading up. I'd fix them up, sell them. You can ask Zach, that's all I've ever done is work on vehicles. I could take this truck right here, take the motor and transmission out of it tonight, and tomorrow day have everything put back together.
So you're saying kids don't work like you did?
No.
I think he's saying his excellent work ethic is like solely down to the lessons that his dad taught him growing up and everything that he's ever had. He's worked his absolute bum off. You know, speaks volumes, doesn't it?
They don't.
I like
Some
his
of them
truck.
do. Now, don't get me wrong.
50-50?
Yeah. Because nowadays it's like mommy and daddy spoils you. And I guess that's just how it goes. I
Not
mean,
only that, but a lot of people around here are on like checks. They get checks for Social Security, and that's how the youth is brought up here. They
have a wage that is handed to you and you're not really doing anything to earn it. And it's not to say there are people that don't need this. Of course there are people that need it. But when it's half of your population in a town, it causes ripples. It has a huge impact on everything
brought
else.
up that, okay, so my mom and dad live this way, so it ain't a problem.
I can
It's
live that way,
normalized.
you know, that's what they think. Okay.
But you guys weren't brought up like that?
No. My mom,
I've watched this boy right here with his mama. They completely redone the inside of a house that was from what, 19 or 1800s?
Yeah, my house was built in 1910.
And I've watched him rebuild that whole house. This man can build anything out of wood. Make you tables, make you chairs, anything you want. He's a woodwork guy.
Yeah.
But now I'm not gonna lie to you. Schooling, you put a book in front of me, I'm an idiot. I'm in college for 6 months right now. One of my welding classes, I get my diesel, I get my Class A CDLs, and then as soon as I'm done with that, I go straight to work.
And you're really set because less people your age are doing that now, I think, right?
I think that I'm doing it because, in a
Got
way,
good work ethic.
that's the only thing that I know.
Okay.
And I lived paycheck to paycheck growing up. That's how it went. It wasn't because Dad and them couldn't provide for us. It was because my dad was in a bad motorcycle accident and he couldn't hardly walk. But I want more for my kids than what I had. I'm not going to give them everything. They're still going to have to work for stuff. Like, I didn't go on my first vacation, like an actual vacation, like let's say to the wilderness, till I was with my best friend and I earned the money to pay for it. Because Dad, he couldn't walk around the way that everybody else did. And then I've carried him from inside my house to his truck, set him in his truck, and then carry him from the truck all the way back in the house because he was on a cane. But besides all that, there's kids here that work, and they work their hind end off. But then there's them kids that's privileged that it's because of the Social Security check. Why would you give a drug head Social Security when he's putting all of his money towards something that is tearing this state down? Why would you do that, knowing that they are a drug addict?
So why do you think they do
I
it?
know at least 20 people that have to go to the methadone clinic every other week just because they're so hooked and they draw Social Security.
All right, guys, Kentucky, 10 minutes that way, but we're not going to make it today because it's getting dark. What an amazing adventure today through
Very
Appalachia.
insightful group of kids.
Through the far most removed part of Appalachia. You can see how important coal is. It's sort of the center point of everything in this region. It's beautiful. The people are fantastic as far as everyone I met today. And some didn't want to get on camera, understandably so. But you saw some of them on camera, which were great. And drugs, obviously. I mean, that's everywhere in the country. Going up, but I think it's even more concentrated here in this region. Tomorrow, meeting up with a 5th generation coal miner in Kentucky. That will be the next video. And thanks for coming along. Until the next one.
What an eye-opener. It's a difficult one, especially for me to kind of make much comment on because, you know, this is the first time I'm hearing about an awful lot of this information. I don't know what the answer is. Is there an answer? Is there one solution? What's the answer to keeping the younger generations off drugs, populating these areas? What's the the answer? Is there an answer? When coal is so fundamental to the existence of everyone, how is it a good idea to draw more tourism in? Because then that takes a little bit of the heat off the dependence on the coal industry. Because like we've seen here, if anything happens, that's everyone's livelihood, the effects, the ripples of anything happening to the coal mines or the industry here, it's severe. It impacts everything. So would it be a little bit more sustainable to draw in other industries like tourism? I can't speak for everybody in the UK, but I, for one, would love to visit these areas and see these beautiful sights, these sceneries and landscapes. I'm interested in the mines and the history here. Oh my gosh, that gentleman, that young chap, once he's got his college education and he's done his history in architecture, maybe he could come back and establish some history tourism attractions. Oh gosh, he knew his history, didn't he? We'd be friends. I love history. Oh my gosh, amazing. Oh, they were such a lovely group of boys, weren't they? I say boys, young men, sorry. And yes, they're a credit to West Virginia. They're a credit to you. They were so polite, they're respectful, informative, just generally informed. They're sensible lads, aren't they? They are. So I don't know what the answer is to it, guys. I mean, do any of you, are there things that are glaringly obvious to you guys as to what the solutions are, but is it being met with a bit of resistance from government or different governments that, you know, as they change hands? And I don't know, what's the I feel like there are wider issues that come into play here. Why is it not as simple as intervening with the drug problem? I feel like maybe because there's such dependence on coal here and it's such a labor intensive, heavy going job on the body. Naturally, if you're working this job for a big portion of your life, you're going to be experiencing wear and tear and injuries earlier than most people and more frequently than most people. Is there a dependency on pain relief? Does that contribute to the drug problem? Is that related? It raises so many more questions than it answers, doesn't it? It's very, very interesting. So I'd be interested in hearing how our viewers from the US are a lot more educated about these things than I am. What's your opinions on it? Hillbilly Deke, what's the answer? I'm invested now. I need to know. Or how is it going? Is it improved? Or let me know, please, in the comments, guys. Very, very interesting. Well, I said I would keep the talking to a minimum because it was a bit of a long video. I've casually doubled the length of the video, so I'm going to skip through my chatting. I do apologise. It's interesting, and there's so much to comment on. But it's difficult because I can't comment too much because I don't feel very well informed. Anyway, you know what the issues are here. Very interesting, very, very interesting here. It's eye-opening. I feel like more people should be aware of this. But guys, I hope you enjoyed watching that video along with me, if you're still with me at the end of this video. Thank you for requesting this, Hillbilly Deke. Very, very interesting. So take care of yourselves, my lovelies, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.